Oh, hi everybody. It's Peter again. So, today's episode of the Compbook, I want to talk to you about how I photograph lightning. And here's this episode's picture. It's called Monsoon Lightning. Here it is. Okay, so I want to tell you how I create those images. Well, if you don't know, when lightning goes off, it sends off a static discharge and it's going off. So you really just need some sort of trigger for your camera. So I've got, this is a lightning trigger by Stepping Stone Products LLC. So basically, all I do, it runs on a 9-volt battery. So you take this end, plug it in there, and then they will send these cords for your type of camera. It'll have whatever your camera connection is. This one happens to be for my D850. I've got another cord for the Z series, but then you would take and mount this to the hot shoe of the camera and plug this in, turn it on right here. And what happens is when the trigger detects a static discharge, it sends an electronic signal to the camera to make an exposure. Well, that's great in theory. The only problem is that the lightning trigger is omnidirectional, meaning it's going to pick up any static discharge, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera. So typically during monsoon season, I'll go out and, let's say if it's a decent storm, I might get 300-400 exposures. Could be exaggerating a little bit, maybe not that many, but it all depends on how close you are to the lightning and the sensitivity of the trigger. So you come home after shooting and hoping you've got some. I mean, obviously you're gonna be pointing your camera where the storm is traveling. So then it's kind of, well, you bring home those 300, 400, 500. How many images the camera wound up firing off, and then you get to hunt for the 1 or 2 good images. And if you're lucky, you get some nice ones that are in front of the camera. And I know I've brought up monsoon lightning before, but here it is on metal, and you can see the lightning right in here behind the cactus. This is one of my metal prints. It comes like the canvas. It comes with a backer frame and a wire, so it too is ready to hang right on the wall. And monsoon lightning and a few other of my images, I think really require the metal media to be printed on, because the metal, unlike the canvas, gives you this little bump in contrast. It's kind of it's similar to the old Cibachrome process, if you're old enough to remember that. I'm going back to the 70s and early 80s with that one. But yeah, it's photographing lightning is fun. It does have a bit of danger to it because you are dealing with lightning. So typically what I'll do is I'll find a spot, hopefully alongside the path of the storm, and I just lost my light.